Today on Rappler. Carina is now a super typhoon. Metro Manila is under a state of calamity due to heavy rain and flood brought by the southwest monsoon or habagat. Several barges on the Marikina River hit a bridge in Pasig City. Vice President Sara Duterte says 75 personnel were removed from her security detail. Foreigners working in POGOs are ordered to leave the Philippines in 2 months. The chief of the U.S. Secret Service resigns after the Trump assassination attempt. And an old video of Trump running mate J.D. Vance trends, where he calls Kamala Harris and other Democrats childless cat ladies. Metro Manila is under a state of calamity due to heavy rain and flood brought by the southwest monsoon or habagat, enhanced by Super Typhoon Carina, international name Gamey. It intensified from a typhoon into a super typhoon on Wednesday afternoon, July 24, ahead of its expected landfall in Taiwan. Department of the Interior and Local Government Chief Benher Abalos meets with Metro Manila mayors on Wednesday to discuss the status of their cities and constituents. The declaration of a state of calamity allows the government to use its quick response funds. In Navotas, a flood-prone area, Mayor John Ray Tiangco says at least 80% of the city is flooded. There are evacuations in Marikina City, Valenzuela City, Quezon City, among other areas. Various airlines also cancel flights due to unfavorable weather conditions. Click the link below for the list of cancellations. Follow Rappler's coverage for more updates. Pushed by the strong current, a drifting barge narrowly misses a bridge connecting Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Avenue in Pasig and Calle Industria in Quezon City around 2:30 p.m. Wednesday, July 24. But by 4 p.m., several barges collide with the same bridge. The Marikina River continues to rise, reaching 20.6 meters as of 6 p.m. Wednesday. Vice President Sara Duterte says the Philippine National Police has removed 75 of its personnel from her security detail. Duterte says the removal of the PNP personnel will not affect her work as Vice President. PNP Chief Police General Romel Marbil says the removal was not politically motivated, saying the PNP lacks personnel to do ground duties, forcing others to do overtime work. Marbil clarifies the policemen were not removed from the PNP but were only reassigned. A 2022 Commission on Audit report showed Duterte had 433 personnel for the Vice Presidential Security and Protection Group, which was 63% of the OVP staff. Her predecessor Leni Robredo only had 78 personnel assigned to her security. Duterte had said then that the additional security was needed for her role in the Marcos cabinet. Duterte resigned from the Marcos cabinet effective July 19. The Bureau of Immigration orders foreigners working in Philippine offshore gaming operators or POGOs to leave the country in 2 months' time following President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s ban on POGOs. Marcos gave the Philippine Amusement and Gaming Corporation or PAGCOR until the end of the year to shut down these businesses. Around 20,000 people are expected to be affected by the order, most of them Chinese citizens. The BI says workers who will stay in the country beyond a 2-month period will be deported. POGOs boomed under the Duterte administration as companies capitalized on liberal laws to target customers in China, where gambling is banned. At its peak, some 300 POGOs operated in the Philippines, but only 42 mostly Chinese firms kept their licenses, employing some 63,000 Filipino and foreign workers. U.S. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle resigns as the agency comes under harsh bipartisan scrutiny for failure to stop a would-be Donald Trump assassin. The gunman was able to fire on Trump from a roof overlooking the outdoor rally in Butler, Pennsylvania on July 13. Cheadle appeared before the House of Representatives Oversight Committee on Monday, July 22, but declined to answer questions about the security plan. Much of the criticism focused on the failure to secure the roof, which was declared outside the Secret Service security perimeter. Cheadle told lawmakers she took responsibility for the shooting, calling it the largest failure by the Secret Service since President Ronald Reagan was shot in 1981. President Joe Biden says he would appoint a successor soon. An old video of Donald Trump's running mate J.D. Vance goes viral, where he calls Vice President Kamala Harris and 2 Democrats childless cat ladies who don't have a direct stake in America. Hillary Clinton posts this sarcastic reaction. What a relatable guy who doesn't hate women. Cat lovers also warn he might grab the attention of powerful cat lady Taylor Swift. Harris has 2 stepchildren. Meantime, actor and key Democratic fundraiser George Clooney, who called on President Joe Biden to drop his re-election bid, endorses Vice President Harris. Barbra Streisand, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Viola Davis are among Hollywood stars who have also backed Harris. Meantime, Donald Trump's camp files a complaint with the Federal Election Commission, arguing that Harris could not take over funds raised by Joe Biden's campaign. A lawyer for a nonpartisan watchdog group says that as Biden's running mate, Harris's claim on the money should be secure. And that's today's wrap. I'm JC Gotinga. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, X, Instagram, and TikTok.